What's up, everybody? I'd like to introduce you to my 2024 Jeep Wrangler Sahara 4xe. Okay, I'm just kidding. This is not mine. I didn't buy this, but I did get it to review. I'll be talking about the exterior and drivetrain in this video, the interior in a second video, and the last video will be a test drive and final conclusion on whether you should actually purchase this Jeep. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can follow along. So yeah, let's get to reviewing. This is my first time reviewing a vehicle, so I'm excited about this. Let's see how it goes. And yeah, maybe one day I'll make it to Top Gear and be like Jeremy Clarkson and Richard Hammond and James May. But a Trini version of them. So let's go. So we're gonna start with the front here. You know, I think I've always liked the way Jeeps look. They have this nice, rugged, sort of, masculine look to them. And this 2024 Wrangler Sahara 4xe is no different. So for the bumper, we have a plastic molded front bumper. We have these silver bezels, which are specific to the Sahara. Also, we have these electric blue tow hooks. So this electric blue color is going to be an accent color you'll see on any 4xe Jeep vehicle. It sort of indicates that, it's a hybrid Jeep. These fog lights are LEDs. Likewise, the headlights are also LEDs with LED daytime running lights as well. On the grille, we have the signature Jeep 7-slot grille, but specific to the Sahara, we have these really nice silver surrounds for each slot, as well as on the headlight bezel as well. So that sort of accentuates the look, gives it a little bit more personality. Okay, so now coming down the side of the vehicle, the first thing that you're going to notice is these beefy over-fenders here. Again, a typical Jeep thing that's very iconic. For the Sahara, these over-fenders, they're plastic, but they're color-coded. They're color-matched to the body itself. As we go down, we see this, little fake vent here. I don't like this. I just never really like fake vents. It's just there to add a little bit of character, I guess, and accentuation to the vehicle itself. But my thing is, if you have a vent, it should be functional. And next, we come to the badges. Now, Jeep loves to showcase all their badges. So let's start with the top here, this trail-rated 4x4 badge. One thing to notice, again, you see the electric blue accentuation color here. So even though that this vehicle is blue, it matches well. Any other color vehicle, like we have black, they have some reds and different colors that come with this vehicle. This badge would still have this blue, electric blue inlay color here. So it says trail-rated 4x4. So for those of you who don't know, for a Jeep model to get this trail-rated badge, it means it must have gone through 5 rigorous, grueling tests. And these tests have, they fall into 5 different categories. So first category is traction, then water fording, maneuverability, articulation, and ground clearance. So not all Jeep models have this. Only the ones which have gone through those tests, successfully passed them, can get this badge. Then we see it's the Sahara model, and we see the big and bold Jeep logo. And lastly, we see the Wrangler sign with the American flag. Again, has this sort of electric blue coloration to it. All right, so let's talk about the wheels that this comes with. Standard Sahara comes with this 20-inch black painted aluminum wheel. I actually like the center cap. The center cap has an outline of the good old Willys Jeep, but again, with that electric blue accented color. These tires here are 255/60 R20. These are Nexen all-season tires. Not a bad option. I mean, you could probably still hit some easy trails with that, maybe some fire roads or some gravel roads, but I wouldn't say you want to go, heavy off-roading with this sort of tire. But this would work good throughout the year. It's all seasons would work, and during fall and winter reasonably well alongside with the 4x4 system. For brakes, we have 4-wheel disc brakes on all corners. Each rotor is also vented as well. So they have decent performance. In my experience driving this so far, I wasn't actually too happy with the brakes. I've become accustomed to using the brakes on my WRX, on my Tacoma, and those are a lot more progressive brakes. They have more of a linear feel to it. Versus this, I find that when I start to brake, the brake doesn't get applied until I actually, press the pedal more. So it almost feels sort of like a switch. And, that might still be okay performance, but it's definitely something I think you're going to have to get accustomed to if you're not accustomed to it like I am. That as well with the regenerative braking that this has, it's another thing you have to get accustomed to. But we'll talk about regen braking in a little bit. All right, so going down the length of the vehicle again, I forgot to mention this, but this specific color is called Hydro Blue Pearl. I really like it. I'm a fan of blue, as you can tell. I'm matching with it right now. But they have about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They have 9 colors to choose from. I can't remember the exact names of all these colors here, but they actually have, I think the black might actually look really good with this, with the accenting electric blue plus the badging. I think the black would look really good. But the black might not look as good with the black wheels. I think the black wheels here do complement this specific color, but I'm not a particular fan of black on black anyways. These Jeep doors, standard for Jeep, they can be removed with the supplied toolkit. You just have to undo these bolts here and then unplug the electrical connectors. One thing to note is that when you do remove the doors, the mirror comes with it. However, Jeep does sell a doors off mirror kit by Mopa for an optional. It's an option and it costs $195. But that allows you to reattach your mirrors back here so you can use it without the door. Another nice thing about the door is that they have this power unlock button here. So as long as you have the key fob with you, you can just walk up, press it, and it will be unlocked. So this specific Jeep was optioned with the 3-piece hardtop. So we have one piece here that can be removed on the passenger side, another one on the driver's side, and then this back piece here can be removed. But you can also have the Sunrider hardtop where the front of it here folds back. You can also have the sort of like power convertible top, which is called the Sky One Touch power top. And then you could also go for the the regular soft top. I personally like the hardtop just because it gives me that sense of protection, so someone won't come and just cut the canvas and cut the cloth and get into your vehicle. And once you go with this option, obviously this is going to be color matched to the body itself. The others will be black. So this is how the rear of the Jeep looks. Standard for any Jeep. We have a spare tire, full-size spare mounted to the tailgate. For the Sahara, we have LED taillights. These taillights are actually pretty nice. I like them quite a lot. We have these hinges here. Now these hinges look nice and beefy, but you can actually option a hinge gate reinforcement by Mopa for $675. And you'd probably want that if you want to run bigger tires, or if you want to add on things like a gasoline jerry can, or maybe like some water jerry can, or even mount a jack up here, things like that. Up here we have the third brake lights, cameras mounted here. This camera can be removed when you need to obviously take this off. And you can see there's this you just have to use the supply toolkit to lock it, and that gets removed. We have the 4xe badge. Again, we have the blue accenting here, and we have one tow hook with the accented electric blue again. And a nice option is that we have a nice beefy handle here to open the tailgate, but the nice option is this button, which again, you can just press it to unlock. To open this up, you just pull the handle, the bottom swings out like this, and then you just flip this up here. Standard again for any Jeep. I would have actually preferred if it would have been possible to just open the windshield, the back windshield, but obviously the tire was in the way, so you can't do that. I know like the Forerunners, the Toyota Forerunners have the option where you could actually just send the windshield down with a button and just put things in there. I kind of like that. But I mean, this isn't bad too. You could just open here and just shove things in here without having to actually open this up here. All right. One nice thing to note here, this is a nice little sort of addition. We have a nice aluminum plate here with some, looks like laser etching of, you know, just specs on the Jeep itself. So that's a pretty cool, nice addition. Here again, we see the Trail Ready certification. Now we're looking at the driver side of the vehicle. There obviously isn't too much different, but the two main things you're going to notice is, one, we have the electric charging port here. So to open this, you have to press it, and it clicks something like that, and you pull that out, and you have your charging port here. A nice little Easter egg again. You have a little outline of old Willys MB Jeep going up there. And here on this side, you see the different lights indicating the charging status. And you close that in to press it back. As you can see, this specific Jeep has no side steps or rock rails or anything, but it can be optioned with a couple different types of rails. So you can get black tubular side steps by Mopa for $495, chrome ones for $650, or just regular old side steps for $95. But the one I'd probably go with if I was building this out would be the heavy duty rock slider with step assist by Mopa. The other thing to note is we have the fuel cap here. Now, one big difference between this fuel cap and the electric fuel cap is that one is actually locking and has to be unlocked by a button inside here. But this one isn't. This one you can just come up here and open it up, which I don't particularly like that. I mean, if they could have spent the time to make that one powered, why not do the same thing for this? But anyway, to open that, you have to come in here. And you see this little gas tank button here. So you just have to press and hold, and then it'll pop open. Like so. And then to close it, you just push it back in and it's locked. One other thing too, which is optionable, are decals. So you can get on the hood, you can get the 1941 hood graphic. You can also get the American flag. And then going down the side, you can get a lower and upper body side graphics. All those are options for $245.
The front windshield is made with Corning Gorilla Glass, which provides extra protection against chips, cracks, and fractures. The rear and quarter windows are deep tint, which means that the glass is tinted with a dye installed from factory.
The front windshield can be folded down. That's why we have these little rubber stops here to prevent it from getting broken as you're folding it down. And again, you have all these nice beefy hinges here, which again, you can remove everything in here with the simple use of the screwdriver. So yeah, that's basically the Jeep 2024 Jeep Wrangler Sahara exterior. Now we're going to talk about the engine and the drivetrain, and then we move on to the interior. So now we're going to talk about the heart of this beast here, the engine and the drivetrain. But before we go into that, let's just take a nice look at this hood. One thing I want you to notice is that there's this hood bulge here, which creates this body line that goes around the hood there. Gives it a really good, aggressive, sort of muscular, buff kind of look. Now, for those of you who haven't used Jeeps, Jeeps don't have your typical push button or pull lever to open the hood or the bonnet, depending on where you're from. You have these sort of like hood latch, these hood latches here on either side. So you just pull it to open it like that. Same thing on this side, just pull to open. Come under here, just push that to the side, and your hood prop is right here. That's it.
Under the hood, we have a 2-liter double overhead cam, direct injection, turbocharged inline-4 gasoline engine. You can actually see the turbo right here. By itself, this engine produces 270 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. The gas motor is paired with two electric motors, one in the engine replacing the conventional alternator, and the other in the transmission replacing the conventional torque converter. The benefit of this configuration, as opposed to mounting the electric motors in the differential or wheel hubs, is that the mechanical driving characteristic of the Jeep is very similar to the non-hybrid counterpart. This occurs because the supplied power, whether that be gas, electric, or both, is applied before the transmission gears, so the shifting patterns and differential action remains unchanged. The electric motors are powered by a 400 volt, 17 kWh battery pack located under the rear passenger seats. The battery pack can be charged with the included level 1 charging cable in 12 hours. Optional is a free-to-move charge level 2 EV charger, which is a 40 ampere home charging station and can deliver a full charge in 2 hours. The gasoline and electric motors mate with a TorqueFlite 8-speed automatic transmission to produce a combined 375 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque, making this drivetrain the second most powerful in the Jeep lineup, only beaten by the 392 Hemi V8. Altogether, the drivetrain makes the 4xe go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 6 seconds. The 4xe has 3 driving modes: hybrid, electric, and e-save. Hybrid mode combines the functionality of the gas and electric motors using battery power first, then switching to the gas motor when the battery reaches a minimum state of charge. Electric mode uses only the electric motors and allows you to drive for 21 miles with a mileage of 49 miles per gallon equivalent. E-save mode prioritizes the gas engine, saving the battery power for later use. In this mode, you can choose between battery save and battery charge. In battery save, the battery is charged via regenerative braking and coasting. In battery charge, the engine is also used to charge the battery. The gasoline engine itself produces 20 miles per gallon, so in total you can expect up to 370 miles range. However, overall MPG depends on driving style, driving conditions, and charging patterns. The Sahara 4xe comes with a heavy-duty suspension with gas shocks. The front and rear differentials are 3rd generation Dana solid open axles with a 373 diff ratio. The stock wheel, tire, and suspension setup actually give the Sahara 4xe slightly better off-road performance than the non-hybrid Sahara, as we can see here, in all categories except departure angle. This is quite impressive considering the 4xe weighs almost 700 pounds more than the regular Sahara. Though the Sahara is the more street-focused Jeep model, these specs show that it still holds true to the Jeep off-roading heritage. As standard, the Sahara 4xe comes with fuel tank, transfer case, and transmission skid plates, which you can see here. That's it for my review of the exterior and drivetrain of the 2024 Jeep Wrangler Sahara 4xe. I am really impressed with the specs, build quality, and features. Stay tuned for my next video where I review the interior. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and remember, drive hard, but drive safe.